does not fulfill the needs of the family, because he is stingy. And the other is that the person doesn't have the needs. He doesn't have the needs, or the means, sorry. He doesn't have the means. And even then, he is trying to do whatever he can to provide for the family. So the question is that, does the son still love the father the same? Does the wife still love the husband the same? Similarly, a wife does for the husband. She takes care of the household, takes care of the children, she takes care of all the husband's needs. So if the wife became unwell for whatever reason, na'uzubillah, may Allah keep all our wives well and safe, inshallah. But if the wife became unwell, so the love for the wife, is that still the same when she was doing things for him, or has that changed now? A poet says, "Mohabbat tujhko aadab-e-mohabbat khud sikha degi." Mohabbat tujhko aadab-e-mohabbat khud sikha degi. Yani, if we really love somebody, then this love will automatically teach us the adab and etiquettes of love, of how to exercise this love, how to express this love. So one is that the son says that I love my father and I love my parents. And I mention this to my students also often. I say that you say that you love your parents. So what is the proof that you love your parents? So they say that, well, I do what they say. I said, okay, fine, but this is something that you are doing under obligation. This is something you are doing under obligation. What are you doing beyond that to show and prove your love? So this is now when they all become quiet. What are we doing? You are supposed to, for example, I give them the example that, look, your responsibility is to make sure that your room is maintained. Your bed is done, your wardrobe is maintained well, your things are put away properly. So this is something that is expected from your parents. But what are you doing beyond that? So if you really love your parents, if you really want to express your love for them, then you need to go that extra mile. So apart from doing what you're obligated to do, what about maybe taking out the Hoover one day and cleaning the downstairs room, or telling your mom to sit down, chill, and I will wash the dishes? This is what you call real expression of love. Real expression of love. The wife cooks for the sake of providing a meal, but she goes that extra mile in making special dishes that, no, my husband likes this. This is what we call real love. The husband provides for the family, provides for the wife because there is a need, house, car, and whatever else, clothes, but he goes that extra mile in providing something special. This is what we call real expression of love. Real expression of love. A student loves the ustad, but he is not doing anything to express his love for the ustad. And another student will analyze that what are the likes and dislikes of my ustad. And on the basis of that, he will try to fulfill these needs of the ustad. For example, keeping a glass of water from where the ustad is teaching, taking the ustad's kitabs whilst he's going to the darasgah, to the classroom, showing expression of love, going that extra mile. It's very easy to say that I love so and so, I love so and so. But what are we doing to express this real love? Mohabbat tujhko aadab-e-mohabbat khud sikha degi. So we need to ask ourselves, my friends, that this love we feel that we are expressing, we're saying that we love our parents, we love our children, we love our wives, we love our husbands, we love our neighbors. What are we doing to really express this love, that we do truly love them? So two people that meet for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, no ulterior motive whatsoever, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgives their sins. Two people that meet for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Allah ta'ala gives them the shade of His arsh on the day of Qiyamah. What great benefit, what great benefit. In another hadith it is mentioned that when two people love each other for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, they will be put on pulpits on the day of judgment, where the Anbiya alayhimu salatu wassalam and the martyrs will look at them with a greatness, that these were people that loved for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But nowadays, unfortunately, all our relationships have some ulterior motive, my friends. Ulterior motive. And the way to improve this, is to go that extra mile. Go that extra mile. Some people have been married for 40, 50 years, mashallah. May Allah continue this marriage. But the husband feels that this is the wife's duty, she must do this. Or the wife feels that this is the husband's duty, he must do this for me. In the 40 or 50 years that they've been married, never had the tawfiq or ability to bring something home, maybe after Jummah, a bunch of flowers, or maybe a little present or a box of chocolates. Thank you for everything that you have done for me up till now. The father is providing for the son. The son doesn't have the tawfiq and ability ever to sit down and say to his father, Dad, you've done so much for me, I thank you. Or at least make dua for them. The ustad has been teaching the student for so many years, where now he has graduated to become a hafiz or an alim. Throughout the whole duration of the studies, never once has the student had the tawfiq or ability to say Jazakallah to the ustad that because of you my life has changed. And nor do the parents. The parents think that it is the ustad's responsibility. The parents think that it's the ustad's responsibility to teach my child. And never in the 3 years or 7 years or 10 years of the duration of the studies, the parents would even approach the ustad to say Jazakallah so much, because of you my child has learned so much. This is not what we call love, my friends. This is not what we call appreciation. This is being selfish. For decades and decades, for years and years, the ustad is teaching. But no. Let alone calling the ustad home for a dawat and inviting the ustad home, that no, he's my son's ustad. Our akabirin, when it came to matters of ustads, they would go out of their way. They would go out of their way in ensuring that the ustads and my son's teacher or my child's teacher is facilitated well. They would send them gifts often. They would send them hadaya, and they would visit them often, showing their appreciation. But no, nowadays we think that I've sent my child to madrasa or Darul Uloom, now it is the Darul Uloom's responsibility. Allah Allah khair salah. No sense of, no show of gratitude and appreciation whatsoever. To such an extent that even after the graduation, the parents don't get a tawfiq and ability to visit the muhtamim, or the principal or the ustads to say Jazakallah even after the graduation. This is selfishness, my friends. And like this, with this sort of attitude, and with this lack of love and muhabbat, our children will not progress. Spiritually, they will not progress. They might become a hafiz, they might become an alim, but spiritually they will not progress. Why? Because that adab and respect and the muhabbat for the asatidha was not there right from the beginning. Similarly with the child that is not appreciative to his parents. Let's think about it. Naturally, if somebody is going to come to us and show appreciation to us, we are naturally going to feel obligated to love that person more. and make dua for that person. So this dua, after showing appreciation, this dua that comes out of the heart of the parents, this dua that comes out of the heart of that individual, this dua that comes out of the heart of that ustad, is the one that makes that makes that person's life. It's that dua that makes that person's life. So my friends, Ar-Rajulani tahabba fillah. Two people that meet solely and solely for the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. No other ulterior motive whatsoever. That he or she has done a favor upon me. This is why now I must go and visit them. This is now why I must do this for them. This is why now I must do that for them. Two people that meet for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Ijtama alayhi wa tafarraqa alayhi. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give them the shade of His throne on the day of judgment. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will forgive their sins. Allah ta'ala will put them on high pulpits where the Anbiya alayhi salatu wasalam will be able to see them also. And look at them with pride. Look at them with pride. And of course, after that, the real ultimate abode is the Akhirah in Jannah, inshallah ta'ala. Akhirah in Jannah. So let's change our ways and our feelings towards each other. Let's start doing things for the real pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Not because of ulterior motives. And show our expression of love by going that extra mile, my friends. Going that extra mile. So let's make a firm intention that inshallah, those of us that are married, inshallah, will go back home today with a bunch of flowers for our wives, or a box of chocolate to show our appreciation. Those that are unmarried, go home today to your parents with a bunch of flowers or a box of chocolate for your parents, that thank you for what you have done for me so far. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't have got this far. I wouldn't have got this far. Even amongst brothers and sisters. Of course, all brothers and sisters have little quibbles. Whilst they're small, they're fighting with each other as well. But that muhabbat is there. And brothers and sisters also do a lot for each other. A lot for each other. But just to show that appreciation. Show that appreciation. Go home today and give each other something, inshallah ta'ala. And this will, tahaddu tahabbu. Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam says what? Tahaddu tahabbu. Give hadaya, gifts to each other, and your hearts will connect. Allah Ta'ala will connect the hearts, inshallah ta'ala. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give you and I all the tawfiq to act upon what has been said. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala remove this element of selfishness inside us, that we only do things for people just because we feel obligated, or I am doing something for somebody or meeting somebody because I want something out of that person. Let's remove this attitude and cleanse our hearts and instill in our hearts the real love which is mentioned in the hadith. وآخر دعوانا أن الحمد لله رب العالمين سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون والسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين.